up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer Day with TK. It is a Tuesday evening here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out at the house, getting ready to have a beer. Today, I have a guest. My friend DARRYL Rousey is joining us from Royersford, Pennsylvania.
Pleasure to be here.
DARRYL's one of my buddies from college. We both went to Kutztown University together many years ago. We both drank a lot of beers together, and amongst other things, we shared an enjoyment for Mystery Science Theater 3000. In fact, he's one of the people that introduced me to this series. And as the beer we're going to drink today is MST inspired, I figured I would have him on as a guest. He also has the shirt on, as you can see, of Mitchell, one of the greatest Mystery Science.
Got a drink.
When we were at school, Mitchell was actually a drinking game. If you watch the Mystery Science Theater episode, they say Mitchell about 7,000 times.
Yeah, it's a good 7-8 beers for that movie alone.
Easy. Every time they say Mitchell, you got to drink, right? I'm not saying try it. It could be dangerous, but hey, some of us more adventurous chaps have in the past. It's an exciting game to play. It's, again, like a lot of the MST movies, technical movie, but great banner, great interaction from the MST hosts, so always fun. So the beer we have today is actually Mystery Science Theater inspired, and it's called Zap Rowsdower. And this is from one of the episodes. Tell us about the episode, DARRYL.
Well, it's episode 910. If you're a Mystery Science Theater fan, everybody wants to know what the episode number is. But it's a movie made in the late 80s, Canadian movie. Really high budget for this flick of an entire $1,500. And if you watch the movie, no, that's right. So if you watch the movie, you definitely know that $1,500 was spent pretty much on beer for the main character, Zap Rowsdower.
Yeah, Zap is an interesting dude, right? If you see him, he is the least likely action hero of all time.
Drives around in a pickup truck, has a truck bed full of empty bottles because he's probably been hitting it hard all day. Picks up random strange kids at phone booths and tries to drive them to safety, which how would he even know they're in trouble to begin with?
While rocking the Canadian tuxedo and the Barry Melrose mullet, right?
Total hockey hair. And it's apropos for this movie. And just remember, there is beer on the sun. And if you know the episode, you know what I'm talking
You'll
about.
appreciate it.
Yes, right.
The other character is kind of a wimpy kid. I guess he's the main character other than Zap.
Yeah, if I had to give the Oscar to the best actor, the best male lead, it would be that kid in
the kid
in the final sacrifice.
Yeah, he's a bit of a nerd. Every time he tries to make something, because his arms look like spaghetti.
And he's a giant Larry Zonka fan. So
yeah, it's honestly really good. And the background is honestly, the plot is kind of thin, let's be fair. But there's some, cult overtones, or this, I guess this dark leader in this group is trying to pursue them to kill them. And I think what was really cool in the can art, not only do we have Zap in all of his glory, and the other great MST thing is this guy's real name was Bruce Mitchell. So it ties into the Mitchell drink. Yeah, it ties into the Mitchell thing. We have his glorious visage on this can.
That's right.
But in addition, if you look closely in the background, they kind of have the hieroglyphs that they had on the and in the temple, which I thought was really good attention to detail on the port.
That's right. Continuity's sake, it's great for that movie because it's all over the place. It's like the kid finds a map and it has all these symbols on it, and it's like, oh, then he figures out what they mean, and it goes on.
It was cool that they included it on the can. As for the brewery, this is Beaver Brewing Company. They're out of Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. This looks like, I didn't know where Beaver Falls was. It looks like it's northwest of Pittsburgh, so it's practically on the Ohio border. It's listed as a nano brewery. If you go to the website, it tells you a little bit about the beers they have out there. They don't have a ton, but most of them are available for shipping. And again, that's how I found this. I was cruising through Facebook the other night, probably just hating on people or whatever it is I do on there from time to time. And I saw one of those ads popped up. I never hit the beer ads because whenever you click on them, it's like $35. You know, you add all this stuff, you're like, what a deal. And it's like $35 shipping. And I'm like, I'm out. I'm not paying that. But one popped up. It wasn't even this can. Because it was this can, I would have jumped on it immediately. Mm-hmm. It was with like a wizard playing pinball or something. And I just thought, let's check it out. And I saw that they're now shipping to, I guess, North Dakota and Ohio are relatively new. There was a third place. I don't remember the other state. But a couple of new places they ship to. So maybe that's why it popped up on my feed. That, and I guess I talk about beer too much. And when I looked through them, I saw this can, and it was like, the sun shone down on me like an Indiana Jones. I saw this, and I thought, oh my God, I got to get this beer. Don't care what it costs. I immediately messaged him because I know he's a big MST fan. Check this out, dude. Check it out. So for a 4-pack, I think the beer itself was about $15 or something like that for a 4-pack, and then shipping was additional. Maybe it was 17, something like that.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like $6 a can. I don't remember exactly, but it was.
I wound up paying $28 total with shipping for the 4-pack, but that was with a $5. I think it was a $5 coupon automatically applied.
Automatic coupon. Yep.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to spend a bunch of money. Never heard of these dudes. I don't want $100 worth of crap beer. So I figured I'd try one out first, and if it's solid, I'll buy some more. Right. I went to the site. They said that they had an MST line of beers, which I thought was pretty solid. They did have one called Torgo, which is another character from Mystery Science Theater universe, I guess, which was a stout. And I saw this. I didn't see any other ones. Maybe they had them in the past and not released now, or maybe they got more in the future. Either way, for me, I think it's an awesome idea on the part of the brewery. I even emailed them and said, awesome job, guys. No response. Appreciate that. But, awesome idea. I'm sure everybody's doing the same thing, emailing them and telling them awesome. I did see, if you buy the Torgo one, I think it says if you buy so many of them, they'll send you like a free label. I don't know about you. When I got the cans, one of them was damaged in shipping, looked a bit jacked up. So I immediately tried to peel the label off of that one because these are like those, I don't know, like plastic vinyl kind of things, which I actually quite love because they're easy to remove.
Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to the labels, it's like I used to brew my own beer. This is exactly what the can would look like. Like I would just put just an arbitrary label on there, but this isn't an arbitrary label. But it's simplicity. That's all it is. That's right.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty sweet. I mean, I know a lot of smaller breweries, they do that. I actually saw the machine the other day for the first time that they label them with, and it's pretty low tech. You know what I mean? I thought it was pretty cool. But I ripped one off, put it on my fridge. I know you did the same.
I did the same thing, and I sent you a picture of it immediately when I got it. I said, "Hey," you said, "Hey, I put mine on my fridge." I'm like, "Look at what I did," and I sent him a picture, and it's like, yeah. So we did the same thing.
How can you preserve magnificence, right?
That's it. That's right. Greatness in a can.
Yeah. So this beer, it's depending on where we look, it's an IPA of some sort or some fashion, right? Mm-hmm. I think Untapped had it as a session IPA. Beer Advocate maybe as an American IPA. Mm-hmm. Ratings: Untapped gave it a 3.59. Beer Advocate was a 3.67. Mm-hmm. That being said, both of them had very few check-ins, so very small sample size. So, is what it is in that regard. The site, like I said, had some really cool beers. They had the Torgo one, which was the stout. They had a Rogan beer, which was pretty interesting. Honestly, I can't say that I've seen a lot of Rogan beers out there.
No, I haven't run into any. Yeah.
Well, it said it's basically a Hefeweizen, but instead of using wheat, they make it with rye. Oh, nice. I'm sure that I drank one over 20 some odd years. I just can't think of one, to be honest. I really can't think of one of the beers. They were bragging. They said it's ranked very high for the style on the beer app, so must be a pretty solid version. So assuming this isn't completely terrible, I'll probably order some of the others and see what they're like. They had some blueberry ones. They had a s'mores one, kind of a fall beer. The only thing I will say, a lot of them said only 2 left or 3 left in stock, so I'm gonna order them before I post this video because I don't want to be.
Well, someone's buying them. Just know that.
Someone's buying them, right? There's only a couple left. All right, you ready to give this bad boy a
shot? Let's light this candle. Good old Zap.
the John Kruk plastic glassware today. I thought that's appropriate for Mr.
I am not
Rowsdower.
like the others.
Immediately pick up a little bit of hoppiness on the opening in the can.
Mm-hmm.
How's your pour going there, my brother?
Getting a lot of head. And this
Yeah.
is an ice cold can. This is straight out of the fridge.
Mine
On a
is a
slow pour.
lukewarm plastic John Kruk cup, straight off
Oh,
of my cap.
Yeah, I mean,
Still a fair amount of head, no matter what I'm kind of doing.
yeah, I mean, I did a slow pour, and yeah, you have less than I got, but
Yeah, not too bad. Oh,
but in the world of Zap Rowsdower, do you even need a glass?
listen, he would just drink a Labatt straight out of the can with a full tank. That's what he would.
That's right, and then throw it at passersby as he's driving down the street.
Or just leave it in the passenger seat. Who cares?
That's right.
So let's start. What do we see here? This definitely looks hazy, right?
Yeah, very much
Kinda
so.
hazy look to it. It is kind of a dark straw, light amber kind of color.
Mhm.
Again, pretty hazy. Can't really see through it.
Yeah, very
Ample
much hazy.
A lot of carbonation in there, man. I see that thing bubbling pretty crazy.
Yep.
Head, ample head. That's probably two of my fat fingers easily, right?
Yeah, easily.
And that looks that's nice and frothy. That's a decent looking head on a beer, right, man?
It's not bad. No, not bad at all.
Yeah, so that's not bad. It's kind of funny. The longer you let it sit, it kind of gets like, you getting like chunky, man.
Yeah,
So it's not just not fading away immediately like a lot of the beers tend to do. Smell, not a whole heck of a lot.
Getting a little sweet though.
Yeah, a little bit of a sweet. I mean, if this is, they're debating if it's what kind of IPA, maybe a little bit of that like pineapple or that kind of tropical fruit sweetness.
Well, like they're calling it a session, so you smell a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah, not a ton of hops, maybe a little bit of hops. Honestly, not a ton of. It's funny, when I first opened the can, I picked up the like kind of like a hoppy smell, but I can't smell the can. The can
don't ask another man to smell the can.
The can smells hoppy.
It does.
This really don't as much. It's peculiar. Interesting. All right. My head is now breaking up into pieces. There's little islands floating around like Titanic up here. All right, let's give it a shot. You ready, my brother?
That's right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Top of the morning, dude.
What's your initial thought?
I don't get any hoppiness at all from the first sip. It's actually kind of sweet, like subtle, but not overpowering. Not at all.
I honestly, it almost tastes like a hazy right up front, because you do get that little bit of like the tropical fruit thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's not what they're hitching their wagon on, though.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's not as strong as a hazy. And then you kind of get a little bit of like a malt. It mellows out a little bit of malt. And then something happens. You picking that up now?
There's your IPA kick.
Yeah,
there it is.
There's a little bit.
Oh yeah. That's where it is. It's about 45 seconds to a minute in.
Yeah. You pick it up.
Then yep. Then that sweetness is completely gone. It's hops.
The interesting thing is I expected this to be more of like a piney hop taste from the smell initially, and it's really not. It's more like peppery. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, very much so. Very much so.
Not bad at all.
No.
Now, medium bodied. I don't think it's not very thin, not very thick. Pretty decent body to it. Kind of has a the hazy IPA look. Hazy IPA look to it.
You just had one, right?
Yeah, a bit of a hazy taste. But then kind of mellows out and then goes to the pepper.
Yep.
Overall, I'd say this is a pretty solid beer, man.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. No, I would consider this almost like an all-day drinking beer.
Yeah, I mean,
for the most part, I mean,
Untapped, I think, listed it as a session. It's a 4.9. It's not super low, but it's not.
It's definitely middle of the road. It's not like your Miller Lite. It's
It depends who you are drinking the beers all day, right? I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, if you're Mick Ultra guy, 3 of these will probably knock you out. If you're a regular dude who drinks maybe, to me, an average beer is probably about 5%, right around there.
Yeah.
So something like this is par for the course. You could drink a few of these for sure.
Oh man, I'm holding back belches though on this thing. Oh my.
Listen, I kind of picked that up. It's funny. It looked carbonated, but sometimes you get them and they're just like, you see the bubbles and you're like, man, I hope I get through 3 minutes without burping. You do feel it kind of in your chest a little bit. It is
a little bit
carbonated.
but
I will say this. With a lot of the nano breweries and smaller breweries, I think you do tend to get them a little more carbonated than maybe you would from larger breweries. Obviously, they're not dealing with the same refinement and machinery as the bigger breweries are. But, it's a bit carbonated, but I think it's pretty good.
But they sell these in 4-packs.
Yeah. My 4-pack, one of them came dinged up. The other 3 looked pretty good. So,
yeah, I mean, what I had is like maybe a dent in the can, but not barely noticeable. It's not something that you'd be like, hey, I'm never getting that because the can's
no. Look, man, you shipped it 100 miles in a box, right? I'm just happy it got here without them all exploding. So
exactly.
I was happy. Now we could talk about UPS. Those dudes said it would be here Friday. It didn't show up until later, which had me a little bit, I was sweating. Christmas presents, they get here. They get here when they get here, right? But this,
I got these in 2 days, and that's across the state of PA, like the long way. It's not like north south.
Crazy. You're probably equally as far away as I am, to be honest.
You're probably closer to this brewery than I am. No, you are.
I'm Western Ohio, but I'm probably not. I mean, I'm probably 2.5 hours from Cleveland. I'm probably 3.5 hours from there. You're probably the same.
I'm 5 hours, 6 hours from this brewery.
Yeah. So what's going on here, UPS? Figure out your routes, people. All right. I'll tell you this. My rating, a lot of these beer shows will give stars or different kind of methods of rating. My rating is pretty simple. My whole idea was I don't want to do all that stuff. What I want to do is this. Would I drink another one or not? So basically I give the beer a thumbs up. Yeah, I would drink another one. Thumbs down. No, I wouldn't. Right? So for this beer, what are your thoughts? Would you drink another one, my friend?
Well, I would drink another one even if I didn't get 8 of them. Like if I just got one, yeah, I'd want another one of these. Yeah, I would.
But now that you have 7 more, you're lucky. That
I'm going to, what I'm doing tonight.
7 more anyway, right? It will be
happening. Hey,
it's
a Tuesday.
The only difference is you'd be like this, drinking them like not too happy smirk.
But no, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this.
All right. I will give it the thumbs up as well. And I would say Beaver Brewing Company, kudos, bravo, awesome job.
Yep. I'm glad I bought 8.
Bringing a beloved Mystery Science Theater character into the beer world. I'm sure there's other MST beers out there. I've yet to see them. This is the first one I've seen. If you know about it, pop in the comments. Let me know. We'll probably waste more money than we should buying these stupid MST beers. But I enjoyed it, and I would drink another one. So thumbs up. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, what beers that you think I should try out, if you've tried this, if you've had other beers from Beaver Brewing, jump in on the comments. Let me know what you think about them. And as always, if you have friends, family, even enemies that may be interested in beer, please share. We're always looking to grow the audience and increase the conversation. We got a few loyal people that jump in and talk about beer all the time. I love it. A few other beer reviewers that I talk to regularly. Other folks, that some people I know from life, other people I just met through YouTube. I always enjoy this. I dig it. It's something to do. It's something to look forward to. So please jump in on the comments, share the video, and have a wonderful evening. Till next time.
Top of the morning to you.